Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. For today's video, we finally got the Andre Drummond Cleveland Cavalier rebuild. And I'm not gonna lie, man, this is actually a rebuild that I'm really excited to do. Just because, I've been watching Andre Drummond since he was drafted to the Detroit Pistons. I know all about his game and everything like that. And obviously, yeah, it did not work out with the Pistons. I mean, they never got above an 8 seed. But when I look at this Cleveland Cavaliers roster, I see a lot of I see something that's kind of just interesting. I feel like they got a lot to work with, assuming you can do it the right way. So before we get going on this rebuild, if you guys don't mind dropping a like on it, it would be greatly appreciated, guys. The goal is always 1,000 likes, and as always, check out my second channel, Extra Crispy, for daily NBA content over there. So yeah, Andre Drummond did have his first game with the Clippers the other night. And, I mean, yes, they obviously got blown out. I mean, come on, man. The team's not going to, do anything special this season. There's a lot of work to be done. But one thing that was kind of interesting, he knocked down 2 3-point shots. This shit kind of totally caught me off guard, man. I actually did a reaction to that on my second channel, Extra Crispy, to his debut with the Cleveland Cavaliers. If you guys do want to check that out. Kevin Porter looked nice. You got Colin Sexton, you got Kevin Love. I think the most, interesting part is kind of, some of the contracts on this team. Because the issue with Andre Drummond is, it's not that he's a bad center. Nobody says that Drummond's a bad center. But in theory, he's going to want quite a bit of money. So you are kind of, I don't really want to say it's like an overpay. Because 10, 15 years ago, Andre Drummond's getting the max contract. The only issue now is just the style of basketball he plays is what's considered outdated. So, I still think there's room for this type of center in the NBA, and we got to make it work. We got to put the right players around Drummond to make it work. Of course, you got Kevin Love. I mean, his contract's ridiculous. There's no way around it. I will say, if I have it my way, I will try to trade Kevin Love for some assets. I just don't think he fits in with the long-term plans of this team. It has to be looked at as a long-term type of thing. Of course, you got Thompson. He's off the books. With Drummond on team, you don't need him at all. Larry Nance, pretty friendly contract, about $9-10 million a season. Well, it's kind of weird that his money goes down. Imagine you get more experience and you lose money. I guess that's what the NBA is, though, because as you get older, but he's not even going to be old at this point. Matt Dellavedova expiring. Dante Exum, a new player on the team. He's only got a 2-year deal. Darius Garland and Colin Sexton, that's literally the backcourt right there. Just on some pretty nice contracts. And Colin Sexton, a great scoring guard. I will say, though, when it comes to the backcourt, because that is kind of something to consider, is that Colin Sexton, in my opinion, is more a point guard at 6'1", playing that shooting guard spot with also how tall is Garland. He's 6'1" himself. It's a lot of liabilities there. Ultimately speaking, I do like Darius Garland. I think he has really good potential in the NBA. So if I had it my way, we'll end up getting a top pick in the draft. I would love to draft Anthony Edwards to be the starting 2 spot on the team. And then I'm thinking Colin Sexton. This is just my opinion, guys. I've really always envisioned him as a Lou Williams, a 6-man type of player. A guy that can win multiple 6-man of the year awards and really just be that huge difference maker off the bench, because that's just as important as a starter, man. So, I could really see that role for Colin Sexton, being able to play both positions out there. It's just kind of something to think about. So, yeah, for the rest of this season here, guys, obviously there's not too much going on with it. I mean, we just kind of have to ride the wave and see what happens. Currently a record of 13-40. So, I kind of want to get to the actual rebuild portion of this. Let's go ahead, simulate the rest of this season, and hopefully see how bad this team could do, because, of course, we're going for a top pick in the draft. Okay, so 24 wins on the season. Team did not do all that great as expected. One more game against the Atlanta Hawks and finished with a L on the season. Absolutely perfect here, man. So, yep, all the player awards. Same song and dance usually when it comes to those. We got All-NBA first, All-NBA second, and All-NBA third, with Andre Drummond actually making that. Listed as a paint beast, guys. 87 overall players. So, yeah, man, playoff-wise, obviously did not make it. Let's go to the player stats on the season. I'm kind of curious how Drummond actually did. Wow, it looks like his scoring probably went down. I guess I don't know what it was at before. Let's go to, here we go. Let's go to the split stats, and we'll see how he did since the All-Star break. So before All-Star break, since All-Star break. Okay, so, I mean, his rebounding went down a little bit. Makes sense playing with Kevin Love now. Defense is still there. Passing actually went down. Pretty much all the same stats, though. Not, you know what you get out of Andre Drummond at this point. You're going to get, roughly 20 points per game. You're going to get double-digit rebounds. You're going to get a few steals per game. It's a pretty good time. So, let's go ahead and simulate these playoffs. I really want to get to the NBA draft, because based off the where this draft goes, that is really going to set up just like the whole like landscape of the entire rebuild. Like I was saying, Anthony Edwards is who I'm extremely interested in. I'm actually even willing to give him maybe 2 first-round picks to get him. I don't know, man. It's one of those players that I really believe in. Obi Toppin, assuming we can't trade up, is another guy I'd be interesting with at that small forward spot, or really even a power forward. And that way, it'd be a little bit better to let Kevin Love go for a different type of asset. So here we go, guys. Staff signing, make sure our coach situation. Then we got John Beilein, which of course, as a Michigan fan, gotta keep him there, man. Gotta keep John Beilein there. So we ain't gonna fire him. Okay, NBA draft. I think it says we have the 3rd pick in the draft. So I don't think we're gonna end up getting exactly who we want with that. That being Anthony Edwards. But hey, like I said, maybe I can do something, try to trade up in the draft and make things happen. So yep, he is not available. Because outside of him, you got like LaMelo Ball, Cole Anthony, Killian Hayes. I don't need another point guard on this team here, man. I really don't. Now, Jaden McDaniels, small forward, is somebody I would definitely be interested in, assuming we can't trade up. Then Obi Toppin. He's a little bit too far down to get him right now. I think I'd rather have Jaden, given the opportunity here. So, let's go trade finder. Let's see, guys. I'm going to offer my 3rd pick. I will offer, like, a future first. And I'll kind of see what happens with that. I really want... Okay, we got Tobias Harris. We got Zach LaVine. Marcus Smart. Definitely looking for the rookies out here that were already drafted. But it might just not be in the cards here, guys. Now, we are getting some good trade offers. Like, Devin Booker would be great. But, yeah, we got... Ooh, Bradley Beal. You know what? Like, this is an actual type of trade I could see happening. I mean, the Washington Wizards going all in on a rebuild, and then all of a sudden you got Bradley Beal, the shooting guard spot. He's only 27. You kind of speed up the process a little bit of the rebuild. Wow, man, that's actually a really good deal. We got to give up 2 first-round picks, obviously, and a second-round pick. But Bradley Beal, Andre Drummond, like that right there. Plus, even if we want to keep Kevin Love, that's almost like a low-key big 3. We still got Colin Sexton. We still got Darius Garland. We get Admiral Schofield here. That's actually a really good trade. I got to do it, man. I gotta do it. I'd rather do this instead of just keep on drafting these young players. Like, to me, that's a really good pickup. So we are going to get Bradley Beal on the team. We know he's unhappy on the Washington Wizards. At least this gets him on a team that's just like, hey, you don't really know what could happen. So team player options, Andre Drummond did decline. Zizic, we are going to decline his player option. I don't plan on using him at all. So we got to make sure we get Andre Drummond back. It's going to cost quite a bit of money, more than I actually want to spend. But that's just where it's at here. So... Damn, man, $38 million. Jesus Christ, Dre. And it's like, I don't want to pay him that, but it's an Andre Drummond rebuild, and that's what it's going to cost. So, yup, Andre Drummond, 5-year, $205 million, man. It pains me to say it. It pains me to say it, man. But, Bradley Beal, Kevin Love, those will all still be great guys to have. So, money-wise, now we just kind of like fill in the blanks, try to get some other low-key pieces out here. Tristan Thompson, I think I'm going to get him for sign-and-trade purposes because we don't really have like a lot of value in free agency here, so we might as well do something like that. James Ennis at the age of 30. I actually like Denzel Valentine a bit. I feel like he could be a decent piece on this team if he signs up. Kind of fell out of the rotation for the Chicago Bulls, just like a good all-around player. So we got him. Obviously, we don't really have too much more money to spend here. I'll get Ekpe Udo, just on a minimum contract. And, yeah, guys, I'm going to go ahead and do my training camps and simulate to the beginning of the regular season, see how exactly the team is looking. But I feel pretty good about it, though. Like, I kind of like what we have going on. I'm still going to look at trades for Kevin Love, though, just because I feel like I should. And, yeah, we'll kind of go from there. Okay, so this is the team as of right now, guys. I actually really do like the starting 5. You got Darius Garland, you got Bradley Beal, Cedi Osman, Kevin Love, and Andre Drummond. Bench, you got Colin Sexton now as a combo 2-guard off the bench. Tristan Thompson, who I'm probably going to trade Larry Nance and Denzel Valentine. Then, of course, you got like Kevin Porter, Dante Exum, some other great players out here, too. So, yes, let's go to Trade Finder. Ideally, I would like to get a better starting small forward if possible, so... I am going, yeah, I guess probably Tristan Thompson's who we should look to trade first. Let's toss him in with, as much as I like Kevin Porter Jr., I think he probably has the most trade value, and I would like to just use Cedi as like a backup. So let me do a trade of that and just kind of see what happens, see what's offered up to us. So we got Tobias Harris, ideally looking for a 3 or a 4. I mean, that's actually a really good trade for us. We got Eric Bledsoe, Willie Cauley-Stein, Zubac, we got Justice Wendell, Rondé Hollis Jefferson. Okay. I mean, definitely some nice trades. You got Kyle Kuzma if you want to go that direction. Actually, Kuzma is like a 6-man would be kind of nice. But I know he's going to want to get paid after this season. So here we get Will Barton and Willie Hernangomez. I actually like this trade quite a bit. Just Will Barton is just a really solid small forward. He's not going to like demand the basketball when the ball is in his hands. He's going to make things happen with it. Plus, getting Willie Hernangomez for a backup center now, financially, it makes a lot of sense to do, especially we're trying to do some things this season. So I think that's probably the trade I should go with. Nothing else. I mean, we got some ones that are definitely nice, but yeah, I'm definitely liking the look of these ones. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that trade and get, yeah, where'd he go? Yeah, Will Barton and Willie Hernangomez on the team. Plus, of course, we get out Tristan Thompson's contract, but Thompson would actually be a really decent backup to Jokic anyway. So there we go. And yeah, that is the new starting five. I would say, you know, the one glaring issue that we'd have here with this team would have to be Darius Garland, because, you know, he's so young. I mean, at the age of 20, it's kind of like a situation with Rondo on the Boston Celtics back in the day with the big three, where it's just like he was asked to do so much. But last year, he did average 14 points, about 4 or 5 assists per game. Definitely has to work on the turnovers to some extent, you know, up the assists, down the turnovers. That'll help out a lot too. But he's not going to be asked to do as much. So you got that going for you. And I guess just to kind of look, I don't plan on trading Kevin Love just because I don't think we're really going to get good player value back for him with that contract. And now that he's like a third option again, who knows exactly what he can do. So, you know, let's look, toss in like a future first, just kind of see, man. You never really know what's going to pop out as a really good deal for you. And yeah, I mean, we got some good ones here. Like, don't get me wrong. There are some good, solid deals. We could just make it the Cleveland Pistons, I guess, or the Detroit Cavaliers, you might say. But I think we'll probably pass on that one. Now, this is kind of intriguing. Because, of course, the Toronto Raptors did sign, what's his name? Fred VanVleet to a long-term contract. They might want to give him the reins of the team. Plus, they get Kevin Love, who could play with Pascal Siakam. We do have to give up a future first-round pick, but as a return, we do get OG Anunoby back. So, yeah, I mean, there's some one-year deals out of it. I think Kyle Lowry just has the 1 year like this. And, yeah, we lose Kevin Love for the long-term of things, plus that draft pick, but getting, like, a veteran back just until Darius Garland's ready to go seems kind of nice, man. And then OG is literally, like, the perfect small forward for this team. So, as much as I like Kevin Love, I am going to do this trade. It just seems like for the long-term of things, it makes a lot of sense for us. So, now that we have that, we got OG as small forward. We got Larry Nance listed as the starting power forward, which, you know, as a 79 overall, he can definitely handle that. 78 three-point shot, one of the most athletic players in the NBA. So I guess we'll look for some more trades, though. Just, you know, we always out here shopping, man, looking. So I gotta keep Cedi Osman. I just feel like I will get destroyed by the fans of the Cleveland Cavaliers and let that man walk away. So Denzel Valentine and Larry Nance. Well, but now it's like, I don't really need Will Barton. I don't know. I'll do all the positioning and everything like that after. Low-key, Cedi Osman just might not be in the rotation because I don't know if I'll be able to put him in there, guys. So we got George Hill, Brook Lopez. Yeah, I'd be looking for a power forward out of all this. I think I'll probably just be fine with what we have. Unless we got like an 81, 82 overall type of player, you know, to kind of go our way. And it's looking like that's probably not the case. Okay, there we go. So, starting five, looking like this. Although I think I'm going to go with Will Barton over OG. Yeah, I mean, OG's will still like play minutes and stuff like that. But, yeah, so that's the team there, guys. In the Eastern Conference, it's just kind of one of those, like, anything can happen type of teams. And then, of course, having, you know, Colin Sexton and, yeah, we definitely got to get some minutes out here to Darius Garland. I don't know, man, it's intriguing. So, I am going to go ahead, simulate this NBA season, get the rotation looking all nice and crispy, and we'll see how we do, I guess. Okay, so this rebuild is working out absolutely perfectly, guys. A record of 60-21. So one thing I do want to kind of point out here that I didn't even really think about as I was assembling the squad together here is, you know, after this season, Kyle Lowry's $30 million contract is going to be off the books. Now, we can decide if we want to resign him maybe to a little bit of a smaller contract or something like that. But a lot of these contracts are either just like not that bad or coming off the books for whatever reason. So In theory, we might even have enough money to go out and sign another, like, third star to go alongside Bradley Beal and Andre Drummond. Because I think Colin Sexton's deal, I think he still has, like, 2 more years of his rookie deal or something like that. I'm not really sure. I'll have to look at all that. You know, we'll see how this goes, because with the record of 16-21, maybe we might just win the championship and be good to go. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? So finish with a L on the season. Those Hawks always get us. So we got Steph Curry making a great debut back into the NBA, getting that MVP award. James Wiseman, Rookie of the Year. We got Cole Anthony as 6-man, Kawhi Leonard and Michael Porter, most improved. We got John Beilein, Coach of the Year, man, go blue. Because the thing about John Beilein, too, that I notice about him as a coach is that, you know, given, once the system's fully in play, he's very good at getting the most out of players no matter who they are. So it's a fantastic thing about him. We are first seed in the Eastern Conference. Let's go to these player stats on the season, see what it's looking like. So a really good balanced scoring effort. Like, nobody dominated the stat lines, but just really good all-around numbers, guys. We got Bradley Beal at 23 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. We got Drummond at, 19 points, 15 rebounds, 2 steals, about 1 to 2 blocks per game. Kyle Lowry just being a great leader on the court. Will Barton, Colin Sexton both bringing the scoring. Larry Nance doing great. Darius Garland, as a backup point guard now, 9 points, 4 assists per game. So I guess actually looking at his per 36 numbers, that will give us an indication of if he's ready to kind of like take over as the starting point guard after this season. And looking at him compared to Kyle Lowry, 18 points here. Rebounding's good. A few less assists. That will kind of come with time. But actually better field goal percentage and 3-point shot, right on par with Kyle Lowry. So he might just be good to go after this year anyway, man. But here we go. First round, we do have the Chicago Bulls. It would have been nice to win it this season because I feel like right now, this is potentially the strongest our team will be this entire rebuild, unless some of the guys start progressing nicely. But like I said, a lot of the contracts are going to be up. So we were able to get the Bulls 4-0. They got my guy Anthony Edwards that I wanted. I don't know why they would draft him if they already have Zach LaVine. Kyle Lowry, 25 points, 6 assists, 21 for Darius Garland, and a really good game for Will Barton off the bench. Next up, we got the 4th seed of Milwaukee Bucks. Simulate round here, see how this one goes. And, it's Giannis, so Giannis is not exactly going to be easy to stop. But we do, 4-2. Okay, so Lowry, 30-8. He's just absolutely killing it in the playoffs, man. Playoff Lowry is a real thing now, and not for all the wrong reasons. All right, so Atlanta Hawks, they're the 6th seed, but I do know that they are in the Eastern Conference Finals, and the last game of both my seasons, they have beaten me, so that's not a great feeling, but here we go. Simulate rounds, and bitch-ass Atlanta Hawks always get me, man. The damn Atlanta Hawks, like, I don't get that about 2K. If they are listed as a 6 seed, why do they play like a damn 1 seed? They always do that on here, guys. But yeah, Drummond absolutely choked. 4 for 16 shooting in that final game. We got blown up by 30 points there, guys. Colin Sexton played nice. Bradley Beal could have been better. We just got our asses kicked, plain and simple, man. So thankfully we do have another season to go because hopefully we can kind of right some of our wrongs here. I just know we're going to lose a lot of depth. So we got some choices to make about the starting point guard and all that stuff. So yeah, I guess we will go straight to the NBA draft and kind of go from there. I don't know, man. I just feel like that might have been my one chance still to win a championship. So we do got the 29th pick in the draft. We will just go with this guy right here. Best available. Alrighty. At least I think he is. I didn't really take that close of a look because he ain't going to play anyway. So rookie signings. Yeah, I'm actually just going to save my money, I guess. Okay, team player options. Sexton is back. Barton. Wow, I did not know his contract was up, but hopefully we can actually get him for a bit cheaper than $15 million. So that can end up working out nicely for us. And we got Darius Garland on the 2-year option. That is okay. Qualifying offers. OG. Man, if he signs that, it would be so good. That'd be so good if he were to sign that. Okay, moratorium period. So here are all of the players available. And I guess our situation financially is not all that great. Like, if I wanted to get Giannis, okay, never mind. I'm negative $44 million in the cap. So, yeah, it might be better to just kind of, run it back this season and kind of just see what we can do. Kyle Lowry, 3 years, $85 million. That is very expensive, but it's the last season of the rebuild, so, I don't care. Let me get Will Barton back. I could still see myself maybe making some sort of potential trade. Like I said, maybe for like a better starting power forward or something along those lines. We'll kind of see how that goes as the rebuild progresses into the next season. But besides for this, guys, I guess let me do this. kind of get out of the moratorium period, see if there's anybody else there we can get. And, I mean, Kelly Olynyk seems kind of intriguing. I would actually low-key think about starting him at the 4 spot even, too. If you want to go more like floor spacing and less athleticism like you get with a Larry Nance, assuming he signs with the team. Yes, he does. Okay, guys, I am now going to go ahead and simulate 2 at the beginning of the regular season. Okay, so this is the starting 5 going into the final season here, guys. A new look to the lineup. Kyle Lowry actually elected that Darius Garland starts as the starting point guard of this team now, man. He wants to come off the bench. He's a bit older now, and he's going to give us some really solid minutes. You know, he'll kind of be the floor general. Colin Sexton can do the scoring off the bench. It should work out absolutely perfectly there, man. So I have no complaints about that whatsoever. OG Anunoby is going to start now at the 3 spot. We're going to try Kelly Olynyk at the 4. I put him at the power forward spot. He went up to an 82 overall, so that's pretty nice for us. And there's the rest of the unit. So yeah, we got a very deep team here, guys. Definitely have a very deep team. I feel really bad that I signed Denzel Valentine, and I said because he thought of the Bulls rotation, and he was never even a part of our rotation, but at least we were kind of honest with him straight up. I mean, what's his contract, man? The dude getting paid $7 million at least, so he should be good to go anyway. So yeah, guys, that is the team. We have the pace and space system. I think it was 3.5 stars last season, so grit and grind might, well, I guess we got balance is 3.5 stars, so I guess we'll go with balance. Or what's the 7-second? I always like the 7-second offense too. 7-second or less offense, I guess it's technically called. Somebody told me in my comment section the other day. But no, man, that's all I really got for this team. I don't really want to make any other moves. I kind of want to run it back. I think it's kind of a fluke we lost to the Hawks last year. Let's go ahead, simulate this season, and see what happens. Okay, so a final record is 64-17. I kind of like, I don't really like hold like the record like in high weight anymore. Just because I know very well, guys, like it's very easy to be a regular season team and then just lose in the playoffs. But check out this game here, man. 179-115 against the Washington Wizards. I gotta see the scoring of this game. Oh my God, everybody averaged a billion points this game, guys. 40-10 for Beal, 27-10 for Darius Garland, 26 for Colin Sexton, absolutely balled out. One more game against the New York Knicks and finished with a W on the season, man. 65 wins. You love to see it. You love to see it. All right, John Beeline, back-to-back Coach of the Year. Not quite sure that's ever going to happen, but hey, you never know, man. Crazier things have happened in the NBA. Probably not, actually. Not crazier than that. First seed on the season. Yep, kind of expected. Let's go with these player stats. See if we made the right coaching changes here. You know, for one, Darius Garland being the starter over Kyle Lowry. Yeah, looks like they kind of split duties at the point guard spot. They both played great. No complaints there whatsoever. Bradley Beal killing it. Andre Drummond putting up Andre Drummond type numbers. Colin Sexton playing that combo Lou Williams 6-man role absolutely perfectly, guys. I mean, he's doing exactly what I wanted him to do. Like, if you can put up those type of numbers off the bench, like, what more could you want out of the guy, right? I mean, what more could you want out of them? There are the rest of the player stats, though. All right, want to get these playoffs, though, and the Hawks are not in it, so that is my kryptonite this video. Don't got to worry about them. Simulate round against the Washington Wizards, Bradley Beal's former team. And so far, so good, guys. We won 4-0, so a nice sweep to start things off here. Beal 26, 20, and 17 for Andre Drummond. Not shooting threes, though. Must have just been a one-time thing in his debut. All right, Boston Celtics. Simulate rounds. Here we go, man. And that's really what I think like the Cleveland Cavaliers need to do, though. I feel like they need to go out there and just seek guys that have always been like good all-star caliber players. But they just want to get together, man. Just want to shut. You want to tell everybody to shut the hell up, man. You know what I'm saying? Like Bradley Beal, Andre Drummond. I don't know if that will happen or not, but we'll see. So we got 23 for Kelly Olynyk. It seems like he was actually a really nice addition to the starting 5. And then Drummond, 24 rebounds for him. Nothing new there. We got the 2nd seed in New York Knicks, guys. Check that out for your Eastern Conference matchup. Simulate round against the Knicks. Come on, guys. Oh my God, we're going to lose. Yep. You know what? I want to be upset, but at the same time, seeing the New York Knicks in the NBA Finals is kind of cool. You rarely see that in these videos. So I'm rooting for the Knicks. Come on, guys. Come on, man. Come on, man. Simulate around. Come on, New York. Knick Nation, man. Come on. Oh, yeah, you're going to lose. Okay, they lost 4-1. LeBron James taking over the Knicks over there. But anyway, guys, that is the end of the video. I will say, all things considered, the goal is never really to win a championship. It's just to build a really nice team. And I see a team that I think would be perfect to put around Andre Drummond. You got the all-star shooting guard. You got the scorer. You got the floor general right there, guys. It's a really solid team. no complaints in the end of the day. Hope you guys all enjoyed. Be sure to drop that like, subscribe if you're new to my channel, and peace out, my friends.